Guys, they said there is serious palava in the palace right now as culture and tradition has been altered by all, including the king, the wives, the elders. Hey, they said the kind of politics that is going on in the palace right now is nothing to write home about. And this is because everyone is claiming rights. Remember, they said some elders have come out to say that what the Oloris did by removing Queen Naomi's name from the royal marriage register and including their names when they have not completed the 13th ritual is a taboo and they must be punished. My people, that is how they said these Oloris have come out in their full force, and this time they are united more than ever to come and fight both the elders and the king. According to them, information have it that they have come out to say that yes, they must have made a mistake by including their names or their names getting there, even though none of them is agreeing that they know how their names get there. So those elders that are saying that they must be expelled, they are now beginning to dig out their own files. Because some of these elders, their hands are not clean. Some of them are those who collect money from the Oloris in order to work against Kabiyesi, or who collected money from the Oloris to stop Queen Naomi from coming back to the palace. Then, on the other hand, see, in this case, all of them are guilty, including Kabiyesi himself, if all this information we are hearing is the truth. Because they said what Kabiyesi is doing with Queen Naomi is against their own culture and tradition. That based on how Queen Naomi left the palace, that Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi are not supposed to be seen together. Yes. But if you guys remember, the day that Kabiyesi unveiled his Ojaja Park in Akure, they were seen together, even though they weren't seated together. But we all saw how Kabiyesi is always beckoning on Queen Naomi, and Queen Naomi was coming close because of Tadenikawo and all of that. They said the elders said is against their culture and tradition. And the part where Kabiyesi is treating Queen Naomi better than the other Oloris is another problem on its own. They say Kabiyesi is using emotions to see if he will bend the culture and tradition to suit him. At this point, I don't know who to support or who not to support. Because the Oloris are now desperate such that they do what they are not supposed to do, even when those things are against the culture and tradition. They say few elders who believe that if they keeping quiet over this whole change, that the gods might strike. And when the gods strike, it is going to affect all and sundry. It is going to affect every one of them, including those that are quiet and those that are not quiet. You know? So they said these elders have come out to speak out, telling Kabiyesi that you are bending this culture and tradition to suit you, that it is not right. Your wives will do something that needs reprimanding because of maybe you don't want a situation where they will say, hey, Kabiyesi's wife, do this and all of that. They will protect that one. They will do nothing about it. Tomorrow, another one of them will rise up and even do worse. And the part where you live with them and continue to live with them without completing the 13th ritual is another way of altering the culture and tradition of Ile-Ife Kingdom. My people, they said lawyers, as in traditional lawyers, are raising points back to back against Kabiyesi and the wives, including the elders, because some elders are guilty as charged. There are some of these elders whose mission is to ensure that they give Kabiyesi tackle as in they make sure that his reign have one issue or the other. And I believe that these are the group of people who will go and build an evil altar, secret altar, to a place in that palace where they say Kabiyesi cannot go due to their culture and tradition and due to what happened there in the past. And for that reason, that a king cannot access that part of the palace. They say some of these elders went there and built an evil altar where they use dog to do sacrifices, even when that dog is not even supposed to come close to the palace. And you know that such things can bring problem to a king's reign if he did not do anything about it. So those elders, they are also bending the tradition to suit them because they don't like who is on the throne. So guys, when I hear this, they said those elders who are lamenting bitterly are saying that it is time to put things right before the anger of the gods will be upon all of them. That when it happens, you see this issue where you hear that their culture and tradition still remain authentic and untouchable amongst others, it is going to affect them in such a way that they will struggle, they will stagger to stand on their feet again based on their culture and tradition, and it is going to be very difficult. Yes, so because I believe that the reason the wives have the audacity to do all they are doing is that they know that in one way or the other, Kabiyesi have defaulted. And the elders too, who are encouraging them, have been defaulting in trying to keep the culture and tradition. Is it them who are just women that will not want to do it in such a way that it will suit them? So I think the right thing to do right now, even though Kabiyesi believes that culture and tradition is made by man and can be amended in such a way that it will suit the people that is using it. Because that is why we keep hearing that, yes, Kabiyesi have said it time without number that you guys can say or do anything you want to say about Queen Naomi, but his heart lies with Queen Naomi. But we all know that as a king, there are things that are supposed to be secondary. But it's beginning to look like Kabiyesi's love for Queen Naomi is the main one, the main thing. Then other things are secondary. My people, when I hear this, I said, oh, wow, these people needs to do something. But let me tell you, there is never a setting like this without all this kind of politics going on. It will surely happen. But let them pray it doesn't get out of hand such that the gods themselves will be angry and do something that all of them will regret. Anyways, tell me what you think about it on the comment section. Subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. Don't forget that they are all alleged information. I don't live in the palace. Always bear that in mind, okay? Bye. Love you.